And let's kick things off with John Newby. Go ahead, John.
Thank you. So, Denny, during the race at Daytona, they made a big deal about your heart rate with the Whoop data. How do you stay so calm during these races, especially fighting for the championship? And how much of an advantage does that give you?
I think there's a lot of factors that go into it, but ultimately it's being comfortable in the car. It's understanding, it's not getting nervous. Your heart rate can go up with nervousness, and, I've just been doing this for such a long time that I don't really get too wound up about stuff. So I think that there's just a sense of calmness there. And that's typically how I've been through my whole career, is keeping things pretty calm. And, I think it's a great characteristic to have.
That is fascinating. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take our next one from Alan Cavana. Go ahead, Alan.
Hey, Danny, I'm going to make a football analogy before I ask my question. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. If they're ever going to make the Super Bowl, they have to beat the Chiefs, right? They plan their team around getting to Patrick Mahomes. From a racing perspective, can you think it that way in terms of, topping the 5 team and Kyle Larson at whatever their strengths are? Can you look at just one team and say, hey, we got to beat them. We got to build ourselves around beating that 5 car?
Yeah, certainly. I think that really the last 12 to 13 races, they've been on top of their game, and Kyle's been on top of his game, and he's really evolved as a driver and gotten better at all different types of racetracks. They got super fast race cars. It doesn't matter whether it's road course or the 550, but I believe we're slowly creeping in on that, and I believe that that we're a team that is just as dangerous on all different types of racetracks. So ultimately, yeah, we will need to beat them in the end. I wish that we could race these last 10 races out like the regular season has been going, where it's been so tight back and forth these last 6 or 7 weeks. But, it's a reset now, and it's a 3-race season. So, you're not really racing him until the final race. If he makes it and I make it, you're racing that cut line.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take our next one from Greg Engel. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Denny. You've got a longtime sponsor with FedEx. They've been with you for a while. Kurt's bringing Monster Energy over. How satisfying is that from a team owner's perspective? And talk about having a long-term relationship with a sponsor and how rewarding that is from a driver's standpoint.
Yeah, it's very rewarding. Certainly, I love the relationship that he's built with Monster, and I've got a personal relationship with those guys that we've gone out to dinner for years and years, and we've always was trying to get creative on how we could eventually get together, but it just all worked out great. Where now we get a championship winning driver and a race winning driver on a weekly basis to essentially analyze our team and see where we stack up and kind of set the bar to push our team to continue to move forward.
Thanks, pal. Have fun.
You got it.
All right, we'll take our next one from Paul Newberry. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, Danny, how are you doing?
Doing good.
I'm working on a story about the 20th anniversary of the Hans device becoming kind of mandatory equipment in NASCAR. And I'm just curious, your perspective as somebody who's both a car owner and a car driver, what the Hans has meant to the sport, and is it overstating to say that it maybe have helped save the sport at a very difficult time when it came along?
Yeah, safety is always a big part of our sport and always has been. And I was very fortunate to come into the sport when seats got better. Hans device came around. So I never take that for granted that, I was very blessed to come in the sport when I did, for many, many reasons. Before the kind of the financial crisis and whatnot, there was always more sponsors than drivers. Like it all was really, really good in the late 2000s. But I just feel like, we got to continue that. And whether it be the next gen car or whatever, like we have to continue to push to make sure that we are evolving our cars to continue to be safer and better than the previous one.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take our next one from Scott Chansey. Go ahead, Scott.
Denny, quick question. Have you ever challenged your co-owner to a game of one-on-one?
I have not. I understand, what I'm capable of and what I'm not, and playing him one-on-one is not.
All right, we're going to take our next one from Chris Estrada. Go ahead, Chris.
Denny, thanks for joining us. Even though you're winless, you still posted the second most top fives and second most top tens in cups. So that comes down not just to you, but your 11 team doing all they can to maximize what they've got. Being part of this team for a long time, how has their effort this season stood out to you compared to other seasons?
Yeah, I mean, we've been very good, very consistent. We've been in the top five. We've been in many positions to win. I mean, it's short of just 2 weeks ago, right? I mean, we're always in position to win, but things haven't fallen our way. We've had, we've gotten crashed or we ran out of gas. There's just been a lot of different things that have taken us out of it. But, we're not going to continue to be up front every single week and not win races. So that's a story that will be short-lived here soon, I'm assuming.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take our next one from RJ Starcevic. Go ahead, RJ.
Hey, Denny. So I know you love to race the Xfinity race at Darlington usually every year, and especially in a time where we have limited practice for all series, how important is it to get the seat time, especially at a track like Darlington?
It's very important. It's something that, I think with the new track configuration, having, new asphalt and half of one of the corners, it's going to be important to get reps on that. So I'm really like the idea of us being able to run in the Xfinity Series this weekend, and it's my one-off that I usually run every single year. So I'm very happy to get the opportunity to do that.
Awesome, thank you, Denny.
Yep.
All right, we'll take our next one from Eric Smith. Go ahead, Eric.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Am I unmuted now? Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, I think I was on mute. A lot of stick and ball sports going into the playoffs, you kind of have to be championship ready going into them. Racing, you got 10 weeks. Do you feel like you need to be championship ready now going to Darlington, or is that something you can kind of acquire as the playoffs go on?
Well, I think that everyone, ramps up their intensity, and that's not just the drivers, the teams itself. They bring the best of the best that they've been, holding back for a while. Everyone's going to bring their best. And so that's why there's no secret in the playoffs when you've got, 13 of the playoff drivers in the top 16 in the race. Like, it's just, everyone understands what's at stake. And so everyone goes out there and, gives it everything they got. So it's going to be important for sure for us to set the tone early. And I think that we can do that given our performance and kind of how we've been here lately.
Thanks, Denny. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take our next one from Kyle Dalton. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Denny. So next week is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. I just wanted to get your thoughts from where you were and, how it impacted you on that day.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget. I was at Townsend Racing Products. I was helping build my new race car that my parents spent every nickel of their savings account buying me. And we were putting the exhaust on that day. And I'll never forget, someone coming in the shop and saying that one of the planes had crashed. And so we were just glued to the TV for the rest of the day. Work had stopped. And, it was just one of those days certainly you'll never forget.
Thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's all the time we've got with Denny. He has to hit his next station. So thank you so much for taking some time with us, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend at Darlington.
Thank you.